yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I go. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I
P-P-P-Lo, time to bring the bass bird.
swear I'm going big like a lineman. She pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Fall on these two. I'll go on, 80.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 27, Mahomes. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check nine.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. just able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Ross on the return. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Vick. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Vick. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Vick to throw on 4th down. Being chased out left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. It's a second down run with Sanders. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Mike Yellow. I'm the little lady. Check three. Back.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I don't need to. Hey, 15.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be at a big loss here as he's taken down. Trent Murphy make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. Touchdown, Falcons! John Ross, 88 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
43.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. It gets by him, and now a little daylight. There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 35-yard line.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So 3rd down and the Falcons going with a dime, 6 defensive backs.
Here we go. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Hero 15. Back to you. I'm going back to you. 10's the mic. 10's the mic. Hey, here we go. Mike 10. Mike 10.
Now here's Mahomes. This is caught. It's Cooks. 20. 10. Touchdown. New Orleans. Brandon Cooks. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw on 3rd down, Vick. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A 1st down throw coming for Vick. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
He get.
Vic now. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. John Ross, as the first half is winding down, as they have taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. I'm going to protect you.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
I'm here all day. Even. 4 down. Even. Watch twist.
And this time they'll throw it with Vic. Open man is Ross, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
3rd and 4.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Mike 10. So we got man. We got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Cooks. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And look at this, it's a fake. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's put that team on the bus.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Vic. The Saints say they have it, and they do. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Hey, 43, 15. I'm coming after you.
They'll go again with Sanders. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Watch the safety creek. Hey, 57 color. Hey, 57. Orbit. I got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Hey, watch the slant.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way, just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Vick. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Watch the whip. Alert three.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Saints. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
This is Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, the 20, and down to the 19-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 19-yard line. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 8 yards out, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Throwing on second down, Mahomes. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. That throw by Vick, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Vick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Switch.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
He was taken down by William Foster. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another run here with Sanders. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Check 1, 3.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Mahomes to throw. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Yellow. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down. Watch 20, steal that.
On first down, it's Sanders. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Here's Vic. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Vic readies to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New Orleans, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed?